All right, so we are back, and what I'm going to cover now is something that I learned, and I don't even have the resource for you guys. I'm so sorry. I was just looking on YouTube and trying to figure out how to grow a lemon tree from a lemon seed. And what had happened is I had shared some of the lemon seeds and the lime seeds from our trees in our garden with my new friend. Her name is Teresa, and she's so knowledgeable and shares her knowledge so freely. And with herbalism and some other recipes she's starting to share with us. And she has her channel, which is the Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. So please check her out. Her name is Teresa. She's just lovely. And I sent those to her, and she lives in Tennessee. And I was going, I want to share these with her, but I thought, are they going to be able to germinate for her? And how does that work? So I tried it, and I looked up some information, and there was a YouTube channel, and I didn't write it down, and darn, I wish I did. But the key thing is I have had, when it comes to like nectarines or cherries or things like that, to get them to germinate, or even lime seeds that I've had before, I just really wasn't successful, and I couldn't figure out why. So I did learn by watching this that the key was you get all the fruit or whatever's on your seed, you clean your seed, and then you let it dry. So you let it dry maybe for like a day or two. And here's the trick, is you take off the outer coating very carefully from that seed. And prior to this, I was not doing that. I didn't know that I needed to do that. And that is the key. So you very gently take the outer coating off of that seed. And what I did is I had, and he showed too in his video, is you get a lightly damped paper towel, and you line your seeds in there, you fold it up, and you put it in a plastic little lunch bag. And his recommendation was to put it up in a dark cabinet for about 2 weeks, and then check it and see what has germinated, and go from there. And I'm going to show you the picture here in just a second, how many of those I was able to germinate, and I'm so tickled to death over that. I can't believe it. I will want to share too a discussion that we were having, our group that Teresa from Tennessee, that part of her group, and she has a chat every Monday. Please get on that, check that out. It's just really fun, and we do share ideas and things. Oh, I forgot what I was going to tell you. So we were discussing the fruit trees or products that are seedless. So if you're looking to purchase a tree, make sure that that fruit that it's going to produce is not seedless. Because what's the benefit if you wanted to grow your own from your own tree, right? If you don't have any seeds to do that, you're not going to be able to do that, and you would have to continue to purchase. So if you have an orange tree, you have your lemon tree, and you want to take some seeds, your pomegranate tree, and germinate your own seeds from your own tree so that you don't have to purchase, right? And that was where I'm coming from. I really wanted to see if it would work because I really didn't have much success with those. If I had, let's say, 5, I might get 1, maybe 2 out of the 5 to germinate the old way that I was doing that. And what I was not doing was removing that outer coating on that particular seed. So again, I'm talking about your lemon seed and your lime seed. These are the ones that I was working with, was my lemon seeds, and they all germinated. So I was pretty excited, but and I'll show you some pictures of that. That's what I have. And the other thing I did, I unfortunately let them go a little bit too long because I get busy and I forget, and I was looking for some ingredients. I think one Saturday I was making some pancakes for my girl, and I'm like, oh no, there they are. And I opened the bag, and to my wonderful surprise, they all had rooted and germinated, and it was so good. And then so what I did is I have some peat, the little peat pellets, and you just put them in water and then they swell up, and so I stuck them in there for now. And hopefully this weekend I'm going to go ahead and move them into individual pots because the roots were very long, and but I stick them outside now, and that we have some sunny days, and we're going to see how those go. But anyway, I wanted to share with you, I did have I have a lemon tree. It's like a dwarf lemon tree. No, excuse me, an orange tree. It's like a dwarf orange tree. I didn't realize it was a dwarf type tree when I purchased it. So that's another key thing. Make sure if you're wanting a big tree, now if you live in town or you're just wanting something small, then yeah, you might want to get a dwarf tree. But for me, we have 10 acres and I really love big, full trees, tall trees. And so I try to not get those really dwarf looking trees or type of trees. I think the semi-dwarf, they're like 8 foot to 10 foot. I believe that those can go. So anyway, that's something just to be mindful if you're out shopping for fruit trees, or if you want more of a bush type, or if you want an actual tree type. So the conversation was, as far as the seeds, fruitless versus a seed type tree, is I picked one of the oranges off of my tree, and in the whole orange there was one seed, and I thought that's really strange to have only one seed, but I was thankful for it. And I thought, oh, at least I had one. The Lord gave me one so that I could try to see if I can propagate that or get it to germinate, excuse me. And that's how we started discussing the seedless type was in that discussion, because I said I had this orange tree and I had tried my orange on it. It was so good, but it had one seed in it. And I had never seen that before. And she had said, yes, be mindful, that you're not purchasing or getting seedless fruit trees. Okay, so keep that in mind. I only have the photos of the lemon seeds, but I do have that orange seed right here. And you can see that it's starting to get kind of yuck, kind of moldy. And all that was a damp paper towel. I did the same thing. I washed all the pulp off of the seed and I dried it for 2 days, and I gently took the coating off, the outer coating off of the seed, put it in this little paper towel, and I folded it up. You can kind of see. Let's see what we get here. You see that? Let me see. Look at that. And it germinated. I'm so happy. I'm gonna take this out and put it in a different one. Let me see if I can gently move the, actually I'm gonna, what I did on the last ones is, again, your paper towel is just really damp, and so I just tear it because I do not want to tear my root that has started. And so I just tear that paper towel. Very simple if you're just very gentle. And we can get it out. Let's see. Look at that. Look, it's got the little hairs on it, if you can see it. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna put this one, I guess, in one of those little peat pellets, and let's see what we get. But again, this is kind of a yucky, and I'll throw that out and redo it. So again, all I did, pardon me, was have my seed. And I'm gonna try this too. I have some nectarine seeds, and I'm gonna try it with this too, because you have to crack the shell. And then I'm gonna take the coating off of the inner seed and see if I can get those to go too. And then again, you're like saving money, right? So you're using your own seeds, are providing, your trees providing your fruit, and it's providing you a seed to continue to grow more of what you love. So try that again, just lightly have a paper towel lightly damp. You're going to take the coating off of your dry seed. You're going to dry them for 2 days. And I wasn't doing that prior. I would keep them in the water, and then I'd, kind of pat them dry, and then I would stick them in some soil, and I just wasn't having success. Or they tell you to put them in the refrigerator, and that didn't work for me either. So this right here is just great success for me. Super thrilled over it, and I just wanted to share that. If you do have something like that and you're having issues, dry those seeds, make sure you get all the pulp and everything off of them, wash them, there's just some water, rinse them, and let them dry for 2 days. And then at that time, gently take that outer coating off. Get a damp paper towel, not soaked, just lightly damp, lay them out on there, and I folded mine up, and then you stick them in just your little regular sandwich Ziploc bag, and put them up in a cabinet, in a dark cabinet, and wait 2 weeks. And you might want to write a Post-it note. That's probably what I should have done, and then you don't forget that they're in there. So hopefully that information was helpful to you. I'm excited for you guys to try and then see what you can germinate from what you have, or maybe your family member or somebody, your friend, neighbor has an orange tree, lemon tree, anything with your seeds, and you can see if you can grow your own. All right, we're going to move on to the garlic honey.